Hello, everybody. We're already up to episode number 5 here of Between Two Light Stands. I'm Michael,
Hi, I'm Vinny.
and we're glad you're with us. Thanks so much for joining us today. So, we're going to do a topic of the week. We're going to do some questions and answers for you, and then we're going to have some tips, and then we'll be done. It'll
Nice.
go pretty fast.
Yeah.
So
perfect.
we're still evolving things here. We changed the background color. We got some different lights going. We actually have 2 lights to go with our 2 light stands. But still, all expenses have been spared.
Yes.
Anyway, so our topic of the week is, after we get through the intro slide, here's our topic of the week. It is bucket list photos. So which photos do we have on our list of things we really want to do? So I'm going to get to start with this. And a reminder, if you have any suggestions or bucket list photos of your own, please share them in the comments. So I'm going to start off with London. I've been there once. I went in 2018. My wife and I went, Debbie and I went, and we had a great time. I went mostly as a tourist, though. I was just starting to learn how I wanted to approach street photography. So for me, it was all these old buildings that were so cool and just so amazing, the new buildings, finding some little scenes, but again, kind of mostly in tourist mode. Although one of the cool things in London especially is there's this mix of old and new. And this photo is of an old church which was damaged during World War II, and now it's a park.
Oh, cool.
And people can go there and hang out. Like this business type person here is sitting and reading in the midst of this few 100-year-old church that was damaged in World War II, and now it's a park. I just think that's so cool. I love that kind of thing. And then they have really good donuts. So that's on my list.
Yeah,
they had really yummy food.
That's the selling point right
Britain
there.
gets a knock for having not very good food, but the fruits and veggies were so tasty and yummy and fresh. Very, very yummy. Anyway, so the next thing I'd like to do somewhere along the way is Milky Way and astrophotography. It's not something I've done before. When we had the Northern Lights a few years ago, I tried that. I didn't try real hard, but I know it's a kind of a technical thing and it's a timing thing. It's at night.
Yeah.
It's at night.
Typically
So
cold
it's something I want to do. While we're here, I'm going to do a quick plug for sharing this photo of Jack Fusco, who has an online workshop coming up August 20th, Wednesday, for about how to do Milky Way and astro stuff. So you can see a link for that down below as well. But yeah, it's something that interests me. I'm not sure about the tech, if I have the gear to do it, but at least I could be out and enjoying it because I just like the quiet and all that. And then my last bucket list item for me is I want to photograph a Mariners game sometime. I have a customer I've worked with, his name, and I've shared his photos before, Eric, and this is one of his photos from a recent game. And I see his photos and I'm like, I want to do that sometime.
That'd be a lot of
I
fun.
want the all access. I want to get the moments in addition to the highlights, but the moments in between the moments, I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Baseball's my favorite sport, so I think that'd be pretty
The
cool.
Mariners are doing really well right now.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That's awesome.
8 games in a row as of when we're recording this. So
Keep going.
we'll keep going. All right, Vinny, your turn. What's your bucket list?
So my bucket list is landscape locations. And one of the places that I'd love to go is Patagonia in Chile. And the national park there.
You just want to try and get as far away from the north as you can. You go as far south
Yeah.
as you can.
Yeah, as far south. Antarctica would be pretty cool too. But yeah, so Patagonia is definitely on my bucket list for a landscape photographer. Just some of the images I've seen throughout the years and stories I've heard about that place. It looks like a definitely like a photographer's playground.
Oops, sorry. Let me. You were
no,
good.
that's it. That's perfect. That's kind of yeah.
I'm in charge, but not at all. So sorry. All right. Next.
Yes, and then also my bucket list is Greenland. So Greenland would be an amazing place to visit. I've been to Iceland. I've seen Iceland, but I love to go to Greenland and just see even more
goodness.
what's to offer. Yeah, beautiful.
Those colorful houses. That's just so wild.
Yeah.
It's amazing where people live in these desolate locations and what brought them there, and the stories.
Make a life out of it and everything.
Yeah.
I would definitely be doing some tours there.
All right.
Yes.
The last one. I'd never heard of this
Number
place.
one on my bucket list is Baffin Island in Canada. And yes, this is
It's on your way to Greenland.
on the way to Greenland. Yes, it's fairly close to Greenland.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah, that's what the
there's
globe
Greenland.
says. So,
Yeah, there's Greenland right above it.
but Baffin is even just, I think, just a little bit more extreme for your, your landscape kind of photography adventure. A lot of the routes and places to go to get some of these shots takes several days, and it requires a large group, and some locations even require somebody on polar bear watch. But yeah, those are definitely those three places are high on the bucket list. And bucket list is a good thing to maybe think about yourself. It's a great way to kind of get yourself inspired to keep shooting. If I'm having a hard time kind of like getting a little drawn out what is around here locally, I can start to look at images from these locations and start to dream and think of ideas how to get there, or even maybe see if there's a composition here that could kind of give me that feeling of somewhere like Greenland or Baffin Islands and all that good stuff. So yeah, use think of bucket lists and use that as inspiration to get to those spots, and inspiration on your trip out the next weekend.
I always have to remind myself that my normal could be someone else's exotic.
Yeah.
So someone who's never been here and never seen like Mount Rainier and the Space Needle and the Market and all the other amazing, the Olympics and the Cascades.
Yeah.
That's exotic to them.
Yeah.
It is in our backyard.
Yep.
So it's normal, and we take it for granted.
Yep.
There's bucket lists all around.
That's right.
Alrighty, moving on. Thank you. That's some bucket list items. Again, we invite you, if you have what's your bucket list, please leave a comment, your favorite place, or if you've recently done a bucket list of some amazing photos you've made, share it in the link down below, or leave a comment down below. Thank you. All right, what are we doing next? We're doing questions and answers.
All right. So I get this question a lot on the floor and even on the phone, but a lot of, you would think it would be pretty straightforward, but no, a lot of people ask me, what's the difference between you and use and the advantage and disadvantage? And so I'll just kind of go briefly over what the difference is. Obviously, the difference is one's a new product from the manufacturer with manufacturer warranty, 1 year typically. And it's an item that went from their factory, all the way to our shop. Used is an item that someone previously owned, and it's an item, and I'll just refer to our store just because that's my reference, but typically an item someone's either outright just going to sell because they're not using the equipment anymore, or they're going to use that item to trade it for something else. When we get a used item, there's a strong chance that the person that was previously owning that item has taken really good care of the item. I mean, we do test out the items. We want to make sure that they're working before we buy them, and make sure that it's a usable piece. But do notice a lot of times that even though it's used, it's still in great shape. So there's advantages with both. New, it's an untouched thing, but the big thing is you save a little bit of money if you're going used versus new. And you're potentially getting your hands on a piece of equipment that might be a little bit out of the budget before, and then that allows you to get that item in budget. But it's, at the end of the day, it's personal preference. And I would always say, if you're in the shop and you're looking for an item, maybe just take a quick look and see what we have used, if we have that same item. And it's nice to get your hands on it and see, and you can kind of visually inspect it right away. And if you feel comfortable the condition it is, and maybe it's worth making the investment, use over new. And then
And our used gear has a 2-week. We have a 2-week return policy.
2-week, yeah.
So if for some reason it doesn't work the way you thought, bring it back. And a 2-month warranty. So if there's any problems, we also cover that. So peace of mind.
Yeah.
When you're saving money, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
You can save significantly.
I guess at the end of the day, the big difference is used is a little cheaper.
Yep.
New is obviously brand new.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. All right. My question is a deep thought, and I'm going to try and be brief. It's what is white balance? And I'll leave some links below for other videos that talk about this a little bit more in depth. But the short version of what white balance is your camera adjusting how it records color of light based on the color of light wherever you are. So this way, and it's called white balance because it adjusts so that white looks white. White is the absence of color. So for an example would be if you're on a cloudy day, if you're wearing white, it might look a little blue. If you're at sunset in that golden light, you're wearing white, it might look a little more orange. So it's the first way you can adjust to correct for whatever the light is doing. And you can use white balance in two ways. You can use it to get what would be the correct, I'll use air quotes, correct light, which would be accurate. And then the second way would be to use it as one of a creative element, keeping in mind that we have an emotional connection to color. We react to color. So if something's warmer, we feel one way than if it's cooler. So if you wanted something that was cloudy to feel warmer, you could do that with white balance. So you could make it feel happier, more energetic than might a cloudy day, which would be more blue. It might feel more quiet and maybe even sad. So that's a quick tip on that. Again, you can use it creatively. You can use it correctively. You can also, a third way you can adjust the white balance is in software after you get it to your computer. So you can play around with those things. So that's a little bit about white balance and what it is in your camera. It's super important. So if you have other questions about it, come on in, ask us. We'll help you figure it out on your camera. We can show you how to set the white balance on your camera, and away we go on that. So there you go, white balance. Next, we have tips.
Tips of the week.
Tips of the week. I'm going to start that off, and it's going to be a tip about memory cards, managing your memory cards, keeping them safe, and just a couple quick suggestions. First, as I'm showing you here, demonstrating, if you have a memory card out of your camera, it should be in the case. Especially SD cards they're not fragile, but they're not real rugged. So if it's not in the case, there's a good chance of the contacts on the back, the metal contacts, they might create a short and then you lose all your photos. That's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Second thing I would say about this is it's a reminder that this isn't long-term storage. Your photos should exist more than just on here, and they shouldn't be here too long. My policy is I make the photos, get them on the computer as fast as I can, and then make a backup or two or three. Another related to that, once it's in your computer, my suggestion for managing cleaning these up is don't delete the photos from your computer. So this will look like a hard drive on your computer, but my experience is sometimes when you put it in your computer, then you've got computer operating system software on this. When you put it in your camera, it might conflict. So what I do, instead of deleting photos on the computer, I put this in my camera and then reformat the card. So that keeps it clean. I've never had a problem with data loss doing that in 20 plus years of doing photos that way. So yeah, just take care of your cards. Again, if you have any questions on how to format a memory card, we could help you out with that. Come on in the store. If Vinny's busy, have someone come in to get me out of the back, and I'll be glad to help you out. So that's my tip of the week. Take care of your memory cards.
Nice. Yeah. So my tip of the week is pretty simple. And it's really just, if you've ever been in that situation where you're walking through a park or maybe even through a city, you're taking a photo of a sunset and you want to create a star with the sun. So how to make a sun star or a star with light. And it's pretty straightforward. If you haven't had a chance to do it yet, really what you need to do is make sure that your aperture is in the smallest opening, so a higher number. Typically, to get started, just go ahead and put your camera at f/22 or whatever higher number, 16 or higher typically, and kind of point it at the sun and see if you get a sun star. But yeah, that's how you make a sun star. You close down that aperture to where it's the smallest opening, and just kind of point it at the sun. There's a little technique involved. You want to make sure that you have something to kind of cut the sun, and what that means is, example, like if you are walking through, let's say, a little trail and the sun's peeking through the trees, you want to, and it might take a little bit, you might have to move a little bit, but you kind of want to do it where that maybe a branch of the tree or a side of the tree or something is going to cut the sun a little bit and block it, and you shoot that at f/22 and hopefully you get a sun star. But the basic technique is put that camera to that lens to f/22 or its highest number, hopefully 16 and higher, and you should be able to get a sun star.
Also works with street lights at night.
And street lights at night.
Any
Absolutely.
point light source.
Any point light source, absolutely.
Must be one.
Yeah, go out there and try it.
And my experience is not every lens does it. Some
Correct.
lenses really don't make sun stars, like especially some of the zoom lenses, that at least the Fujifilm zooms that I have.
Yes, you actually need odd aperture blades. I didn't want to get into that too
Okay.
much, but yeah, not every lens will be able to do it. But yeah, if you go to f/22 and you don't get a sun star,
It's just a blob of.
don't get too bad at me, but at least try it.
Yeah, it's free. Photos are free.
Yeah.
And put them on your memory card and then format it in your camera when your card gets full.
There we go.
It all connects.
It all connects on your bucket list trip.
Yeah, when you're in Patagonia.
Yeah. Or London.
Yes.
All right,
was
that's
fast.
it. Yeah,
That was fast.
That was great. I'll
at
have the
us,
whole
speeding
day
things
to look
along.
forward to. So,
This implies you don't look forward to this? Oh, I know.
well, it's sunny out. I got to be somewhere else.
Oh, that's true.
So what? Yeah, thanks for watching.
Next
Yeah.
topic. We already have our topic for next week.
Topic for next week. Yes. So our topic next week would be, if you could design a camera, what would be your dream camera? Yeah. So let us know. Hit us on socials and
Yeah.
tell us what your dream camera would be.
And we'll each come up with our own. I have ideas.
Yeah, me too. Mine would just be my phone. But
With 4,000 megapixels. There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, well, thanks.
yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hit up our socials, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.